Japan conducts largest military exercise in decades, amid rising tensions with China. For the first time in over 30 years, the Japanese self-defense forces are mobilizing on a scale not seen since the Cold War era, signaling a dramatic shift in the region's security landscape. That's the headline flashing across Tokyo, Okinawa, and every major news channel in the Pacific. Newsrooms buzz with updates, and the story dominates conversations from bustling city streets to quiet rural towns. Sirens blare, helicopters thunder overhead, and ground troops march in perfect rows beneath gray skies. The air is thick with anticipation as citizens pause to watch the spectacle unfold. The world watches as Japan, long known for its pacifist constitution, now seems poised to take a stand. International observers and analysts are glued to their screens, trying to decipher what this means for the balance of power in Asia. The phrase on everyone's lips, preparing for all possible contingencies. The urgency is palpable. Government officials hold emergency briefings, and the public listens intently, aware that the stakes have never felt higher. These drills are a message to neighbors and citizens alike. They serve as both a warning and a reassurance, showing strength while reminding everyone of the importance of readiness. Tanks roll through muddy fields, jets scream past the coastline. The display of military hardware is both impressive and sobering, a reminder of the realities of modern conflict. It feels like history repeating, but with a modern twist. The echoes of the past blend with today's advanced technology, creating a powerful image of a nation at a crossroads. This isn't a return to Imperial Japan, but a response to new threats. The focus is on defense, deterrence, and protecting the peace that has defined Japan for generations. Mothers in Okinawa whisper about possible evacuations. School children practice air raid drills. Families quietly prepare emergency kits, hoping they'll never need them. Social media explodes with footage, debate, and worry. Online forums and chat groups are filled with speculation, concern, and calls for calm. The shadow of war looms, demanding both courage and caution. As night falls, uncertainty lingers, and the nation waits to see what tomorrow will bring. The humid air clings to my skin as I step onto the training grounds of a Japanese self-defense force base in Okinawa. The uniform is stiff, olive green, and smells faintly of starch and sweat. My boots squelch in the muddy earth, helmet heavy on my head. Soldiers stretch, jog, and shout orders in crisp Japanese. We run drills, literally running, with 30 pounds of gear strapped to our backs. Instructors bark corrections. Every move is practiced for real-world use. We crawl under mock barbed wire, clamber over obstacles, and wade through sand. The exhaustion is real, but so is the adrenaline. There's camaraderie, quick smiles and pats on the back from soldiers who treat me as one of their own. Here, I glimpse how Japan is preparing, not for glory but for grim possibility. To understand why Japan is preparing for possible war, we need to look back. Once, Japan's military was feared across Asia. After World War II, everything changed. The new constitution, written under US occupation, declared that Japan would forever renounce war. For decades, Japan's self-defense forces were small and tightly restricted. The US set up bases across the country, especially in Okinawa, a double-edged sword protection, but also tension. But the world has changed. Japan's alliance with the US is still strong, but there's a growing sense Japan must do more to protect itself. Debates in parliament grow heated. The past haunts the present, but it also lights the path forward. Japan is not seeking empire. It is seeking survival. Japan's military buildup is not happening in a vacuum. The threats are real and close. China's navy grows bolder, patrolling waters near the Senkaku Islands. Chinese jets buzz dangerously close to Japanese airspace. North Korea launches missiles into the sea with alarming regularity. Each launch is a reminder that Japan is within easy range of nuclear weapons. Air raid sirens sound in northern cities. Russia flexes its muscles, warplanes skirting Japanese airspace. For Japan, these threats are like sharks circling an island. The government's response upgrade equipment, expand bases, and train soldiers for a new kind of war. It's a high-stakes game, and Japan is determined not to lose. Training with the JSDF is as intense as it is varied. We start with martial arts, karate, judo, aikido. The instructors move with lightning precision, teaching us how to disarm or escape. I fumble through the moves, my arms aching from repeated throws. For these soldiers, martial arts are survival skills. Next comes weapons training. Rifles, loading, aiming, shooting under pressure. The weight of the gun is sobering. There's no Hollywood glamour, only the reality of what these tools are for. Then, amphibious assault practice. Rubber boats, paddling hard, sprinting onto the sand. The drill is exhausting, but vital for defending Japan's remote islands. Finally, bomb defusal, carefully manipulating wires, nerves jangling. One wrong cut could spell disaster. The pressure is immense, but the lesson is clear. Stay calm. React. Don't panic. It's a lesson that applies far beyond the battlefield. After training, I travel with officers to several new and upgraded military bases on key islands. The scale is impressive. New barracks beside old bunkers. Patriot missile batteries point skyward, radar dishes sweep the horizon. Drones buzz overhead, sending live feeds to command centers. These bases are strategically placed to watch over vital sea lanes and airspace. On Ishigaki and Miyako, close to Taiwan and China, the new installations are especially important. Their job: stop an invasion before it can land. Every base connects through a web of sensors and missile defenses. Inside, digital maps track every ship and plane within hundreds of miles. Soldiers and technicians watch screens, ready to respond at a moment's notice. The message is clear. Japan is building not just defenses, but deterrence. The hope is that strength will prevent war, not invite it. On the islands, the military buildup is impossible to ignore, and it's stirring up heated debate among residents and officials alike. New bases rise from the landscape. Military vehicles rumble down narrow roads, and the presence of soldiers is felt everywhere. For some, this is a sign of strength and security. For others, it's a source of anxiety and division. I sit down with Colonel Sato, a JSDF commander who has served on these islands for years, witnessing the changes firsthand. Our mission is to protect Japan's people and territory, he tells me, his voice steady but resolute. We are here because we must be ready for any threat. We do not want war, but if we are not prepared, we risk everything we value: our homes, our families, our way of life. Colonel Sato knows the history of Okinawa, the scars left by past conflicts, and what's truly at stake if tensions escalate again. In a local coffee shop, the air buzzes with conversation. Opinions are split, and emotions run high. Mr. Nakahara, a fisherman whose family has lived here for generations, supports the new bases. If China comes, who will protect us? He asks. The JSDF is our shield. For him and others, the soldiers bring not just jobs and economic activity, but also a sense of safety in uncertain times. Across the room, Ms. Uehara voices her fears. More soldiers mean more targets, she says, her concern evident. I fear for my children's future. What if conflict comes to our doorstep again? Outside the bases, activists gather, waving banners and chanting slogans. Their protests echo the island's long history of resistance to militarization. Yet others quietly admit they feel safer with the JSDF nearby, grateful for the sense of protection the military provides. The debate is everywhere, in bustling markets, in school classrooms, and in late-night bars where friends argue over drinks. These are not just abstract arguments. They're deeply personal, rooted in family ties, memories, and hopes for the future. Commanders listen politely to complaints, trying to bridge the gap between duty and community concerns. They organize open days, invite locals inside, and strive to be good neighbors. But beneath the surface, tension and uncertainty remain. On these islands, security and fear walk hand in hand, shaping daily life and future dreams. The stakes are real, the questions are urgent, and the answers, no matter who you ask, are never easy. Okinawa's landscape is scarred by history. Beneath the forests and beaches, thousands of unexploded bombs still lie buried. Every year, crews stumble upon old munitions, deadly reminders of World War II. The government sends teams to defuse them, but the process is endless. There's another shadow, the search for the war dead. Families and volunteers dig through caves and jungles, looking for remains of loved ones lost in 1945. Okinawa's people carry a heavy burden. The sight of new tanks and troops triggers old fears. At memorials and shrines, prayers are whispered for peace. Here, every decision carries the weight of memory. Life on these islands is complicated. Every day, the people of Okinawa wake up to a landscape shaped by both tradition and the ever-present shadow of military power. Some find comfort in the new military presence, feeling safer at night, reassured by the sight of soldiers on patrol and the sense of protection they bring. The bases provide jobs and sometimes even pride. For many families, employment at the bases means stability, a steady income, and a sense of purpose. For others, the cost feels too high. Environmental damage, noise, and pollution disrupt daily life and threaten the natural beauty that defines Okinawa. Parents worry about their children's future, uncertain if the presence of military might bring more danger than safety. Will more soldiers mean more safety or more risk? The answer is never clear, and the tension lingers in every conversation. The uncertainty is hard to bear. Generations who remember past conflicts wonder if history will repeat itself. Some nights, fear is stronger than hope. Other nights, hope wins. Yet, there is resilience. Families hold each other close, determined to endure whatever comes. People adapt, talk, protest, and pray. They find strength in community, in tradition, and in the belief that their voices matter. Some support the military, others resist. All want peace. The debate is passionate, but the desire for a safe future unites everyone. The dilemma is real. How do you defend your home without losing what makes it worth defending? The struggle is ongoing, and the answers are never simple. As I leave Okinawa, I carry the stories of a place on the front lines, where every decision shapes the destiny of generations to come. The emotional cost of militarization is high, but so is the price of unpreparedness. The weight of these choices is felt in every home and every heart. In the end, the hope is simple, that deterrence works, and these islands remain safe, not just from invasion, but from the ghosts of war. The people of Okinawa continue to hope for peace and to dream of a future where their children can thrive.